A settlement check from Progressive after a car crash might sound tempting, but signing that release too quickly could lock you out of more money than you think. Before you sign any papers from Progressive, here's what you need to know, or you could lose part of your claim forever. Hey, I'm attorney Lloyd Bourgeois, your Louisiana injury attorney. I've spent years helping injured folks just like you fight back when insurance companies try to take advantage of them. If you've been in a crash and need someone in your corner, give me and my team a call today at 504-882-9867 for your free case evaluation. Remember, when you want to win, you gotta give them the L. And when Progressive tells you your settlement is approved and asks you to sign a release form pretty quickly, it might seem like a routine step, but that single signature can permanently end your right to any future compensation, even if your injuries worsen or new medical expenses arise. Here's what that release really means and why Progressive is so eager to get it back from you. A settlement release isn't just paperwork, it's a legally binding contract that ends your right to pursue any additional compensation related to your crash. When you sign, you're making a deal. Progressive sends you a check, and in exchange, you agree to never sue them or the at-fault driver or file any more claims tied to that crash. This document carries serious legal weight. Once it's signed and the check is cashed, your case is essentially over. You can't go back later and say, hey, actually my injuries turned out to be worse than we thought, or my doctor just told me I need surgery, we need to reopen this. Progressive is done. They're protected, and you're on your own. Now, Progressive will tell you this is just standard procedure, just one more step to wrap things up. What they don't usually mention is this release is written to protect them, not you. Once you sign it, Progressive and the driver who hit you are shielded from any future claims or lawsuits. If any new medical bills come up, if your pain worsens, if you need surgery down the road, they don't owe you another dime. For Progressive, that release means peace of mind. No second claims, no new expenses, no surprises. For you, it can mean the end of your legal options. Many people sign thinking they're just finishing routine paperwork, when in reality, they're permanently giving up their right to ask for more help later. But here's something most people don't know. Not every release closes the entire case. The type of release Progressive asks you to sign determines what rights you're giving up and what claims you still might be able to pursue. Progressive may present you one of several types of releases, and understanding which one you have and which one you're signing is critical. The most common, and the one we talked about earlier, is a full release. It closes everything tied to your crash. Once you sign, all your claims are finished. Property damage, medical bills, lost wages, future medical bills, everything. Imagine your car was totaled and you suffered a back injury. If you sign that full release before finishing treatment, you can't ask for more money later if that back pain turns into a herniated disc requiring surgery. There's also a partial release. Sometimes Progressive handles your property damage claim quickly while your injury claim is still developing. A partial release allows Progressive to pay for payment of your vehicle repairs or your total loss while keeping your injury claim open. For example, if your car is totaled but you're still going to physical therapy, you can settle the property damage portion without closing your injury claim. This gives you some time to finish treatment before negotiating the rest, but you want to be careful about reading that specific release and seeing what it says. Finally, there's a limited or specific release. These show up sometimes in cases where multiple parties are at fault. You might sign a release for one driver in a multi-vehicle crash while keeping your right to pursue others who share responsibility open. This is common in truck crashes where the driver, the trucking company, and even the maintenance provider could all be liable. Also common in multi-vehicle crashes. Each type of release shapes your future options. Knowing which one you're signing can mean the difference between closing your case too soon and protecting your right to full compensation. But that won't stop Progressive from trying to rush you to your decision. Progressive doesn't push for quick signatures because they care about you. They push you because it protects their bottom line. The faster they get your signature, the less chance your true medical costs or long-term injuries will come to light. Every day you wait to give your doctors time to uncover what's really wrong, it can mean a bigger payout for you, which is exactly what Progressive wants to avoid. Their adjusters are trained to sound calm, kind, and helpful. They'll check in regularly, talk about wrapping things up, and promise fast payment once you sign. But their job isn't to protect you, it's to save Progressive money. Once that release is signed, their file closes, and any new pain, surgery, or lost wages becomes your problem, not theirs. When a Progressive adjuster says, let's get this finished so we can all just move on, it sounds tempting, especially when medical bills keep piling up and your car's still in the shop. But rushing to sign that release can lock you into a deal that doesn't come close to recovering what you actually need and what's fair for your injuries. Here's why signing too soon is so dangerous. First, you might not know the full extent of your injuries yet. Some crash-related injuries like concussions or herniated discs don't show symptoms right away. Once you sign that release, you can't go back and ask for more if new symptoms appear weeks or months later. Second, future medical costs aren't always clear. ongoing physical therapy, specialist appointments, or surgery can easily run into tens of thousands of dollars. A fast settlement might cover your first few bills, but leave you struggling to pay for the treatment you actually need. Third, lost wages and long-term effects are often underestimated. If your doctor later restricts your ability to work or your injuries prevent you from returning to your old job, the money you accepted won't be enough to cover that loss. Here's the sneakiest part. Many releases include languages about all known and unknown injuries. That means you're waiving your right to claim anything new, even if doctors later prove the crash caused it. Progressive knows this. They're betting you'll sign before you fully understand what you're giving up. Because once you sign, it's final. Courts treat signed releases as binding contracts. Unless there's clear fraud or a major legal error, judges are unlikely to reopen the claim. What feels like an easy step towards closure can turn into a financial trap that follows you for years. So when's the right time to sign? Here's how we would evaluate it. It's generally safe to sign once your medical treatment is complete or your doctors confirm you've reached maximum medical improvement. That means your condition is stabilized and your doctors have a clear picture of any permanent effects. At that point, you'll know your total medical cost, your future medical cost, how much work you missed, how much work you might miss, and how the injury affects your daily life. Before you sign anything, have an attorney review the release and the settlement offer. An experienced attorney can confirm the amount covers everything, not just the bills you've already paid, but what's likely to come in the future. A good attorney can also make sure the release only applies to what you're actually settling and doesn't quietly waive other rights. When is it not safe to sign? If you're still into medical care, waiting on test results, or unsure what your future recovery will look like, don't sign. If you feel rushed or confused by the legal language, that could be a red flag. Progressive is pressuring you by saying the offer will expire if you don't act fast. That's a tactic, not a deadline. Your case doesn't expire just because they want it to. You have rights and you should use them. You have more control than Progressive wants you to believe. A release is your decision, not theirs, and you can protect yourself by knowing exactly what you're entitled to do. You have the right to review the entire document. Take your time. No one can force you to sign. You can ask for plain language explanations if the legal jargon is confusing. You can request changes, like settling only part of your claim while keeping the rest open. You can refuse to sign until ready or until you've spoken to an attorney, and you can't be penalized for protecting your rights. Most importantly, you should have an attorney review or negotiate the release and the settlement. An attorney can push for better terms, more fair compensation, or clear limits on what the release covers. This is your claim, your health, and your future. You have every right to make sure the agreement actually works in your favor and is fair. But what if you already signed and now you're regretting it? Can you undo it? The short answer, almost never. Once a release is signed, courts treat it as final. There are rare exceptions, like if Progressive misled you, withheld critical information, or pressured you unfairly. But those cases are extremely rare and extremely hard to win. The better move? Prevention. Make sure you fully understand what you're signing before you ever pick up the pen. That's where having an experienced attorney review the release is critical. An experienced attorney can spot hidden clauses, vague language, and terms that could block future legal claims. If you're still in treatment, an experienced attorney can delay signing or negotiate a better deal for you. Most personal injury attorneys, including our team, review releases at no cost. And that quick review can be the difference between fair compensation and losing thousands because of one rushed signature. If Progressive is pushing you to sign a release and you're not sure what to do, I'm attorney Lloyd Bourgeois. Call me and my team today at 504-882-9867 for your free case evaluation. We'll review the release, explain what it means, and make sure you're not signing away rights you didn't even know you had. Remember, when you want to win, you gotta give them the L. And if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and check out this next video.